Alright lads, this is Fenn from fenn3r's and this is fenn3r's Fundamentals. Welcome friends, welcome the Zerg friends. So, it's time for Gold League. I finally got up into Gold League. It actually took a lot longer than expected. I'm just going to start this game. We're on Daybreak Ellie again against a very easy opponent. And then, you know, this is Gold League and this build is pretty legit. Like, I really like this build. I actually use something similar in ZVT. At a high level, but it's not exactly the same, but you know, obviously I'm going to modify it a bit for these leagues. So we're going to go into this, and again, as always, hotkey and shit, and building a drone, and then we're going to go straight up to 9 supply as always. This build, like, it's really good for practicing mechanics, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be pressuring with roaches whilst macroing up behind it. So like, the thing is, it's a lot harder to macro whilst you're attacking with units or you're under pressure. Because we're attacking with units, it kind of forces that pressure situation where you've really got to be doing more than just, you know, macro in your base. You've got to be thinking about other stuff. But we're not going to worry too much about our units. It's just going to be there to add that little bit of, you know, it's just going to make it a little bit harder. And then we're going to be doing creep spread, we're going to be doing injects, we're going to be doing overlord spread. We're going to be keeping our saturation perfect and things like that, so it's all going to be good. Whoops, just messed up the camera there. And yeah, this overlord is going to natural. I'll just spread him over there. Just spread him into dead space. Just put all the overlords in the dead space. And I forgot to set the camera hotkeys, so I'm going to set them now. And I'll just do the main and the natural, since that's all that really matters in this game. And then we're going to go straight up to 15 supply, and we're going to get a spawning pool. Once again, if you're against the Zerg and you see Zerglings running out on the map before 3 minutes, then you're just going to build your own Zerglings from that point, because it's the only reaction you really need to make. Everything else is pretty much covered in this build. I mean, I guess you would die to proxy Raxes and proxy 2 gates, but I haven't actually seen any yet, so we don't need to worry about that reaction. Again, it doesn't matter if you lose some games. Like, the main focus is just to practice your own mechanics. And we're going to go for a 16 hatch as well. This is like a really standard opener 15 pull 16 hatch. It works out really well. And we're going to put that in the control group, and we're going to then get another overlord. We're going to spread him somewhere. Where should we put him? Put him on this little thing here. And then we're going to go ahead and get a queen, and straight after the queen we're going to go ahead and get a gas. So straight after the queen, here we go, getting the queen, boom, queen, gas, boom. And then we're just gonna drone up, man. We're just gonna drone straight to 28 supply. We're gonna get a queen at 21 supply, but you know, other than that, we're just gonna be droning like crazy. Woo! Yeah. Let's build some drones. Oh, we also need to make sure we keep good saturation on the main, so we're gonna look out for that. We got drones going into this gas. And then coming up to 21 supply, we're going to get that queen. Queen. And she'll be ready to start as soon as this one's finished. So this is going to be the last drone on this base. That'll take up to 16 drones. Going to move this queen down to natural after injecting. Then we're going to rally everything to the natural, making sure that one goes onto the main. And then we're just going to drone straight up to 28 supply, which will allow us to do a really strong pressure. I'm just going to realign this hotkey because it's a bit off. So straight to 28 supply. And I go ahead and turn this one into a roach warren, so it keeps the saturation still nice on the main. Make sure we're getting that inject drone back up to 28 supply, and then 28 supply we're going to go ahead and build 3 overlords. Make sure to spread them all nicely. Let's put one on here. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to build a bunch of roaches. So we're going to build them from the main first, because this will allow all the, well, right, what's going to happen is we're going to build like 7 roaches from the main, and then we're going to build like 2 roaches from the natural, something like that. I'm not sure on the exact numbers, but we will be going up to 48 supply in roaches. But if you build them from the main, make sure to get those injects. If you build them from the main first, that means they will group up with the roaches that you build down here. So once they're walking down, the ones will pop out from here. So we're going to go to 48 supply on roaches, build the rest from the natural, and then they'll all group up nicely. So we grab those, and we're going to go and attack with these. We've got 10 roaches. And after this, we're going to get a queen from the natural at 48 supply. And then we're going to get a double overlord. Spread that somewhere. Make sure we're getting these injects. And we're going to go and attack with these. So second overlord. And again, we're not going to worry too much about the attack, but we do want to focus on it as much as we can. It's just going to be the last priority. So the main priority is injects and spreading creep and droning up. So we want to drone up this natural base so that we've got 2 gas and 16 drones on minerals. Once we've got 16 drones on minerals, we want to build the 2 gas and then re-drone up the minerals so we've got perfect saturation and 2 gas. Also, we want to get layer. I forgot to mention that. So get that, and then we go ahead and get layer. Make sure we inject. This queen is just going to be spreading creep. Again, main focus is on the macro. This is just the pressure. We want to make sure we've got those injects nice. We're going to be droning up. I'm not going to walk into the main because it's just an AI and he's going to go ahead and leave if I go in. But this is coming up to 16 now, so I'm going to get those double gas, making sure I've got my creep spread going well as well. I'm going to make sure I've got these injects as well. And then I want to get another overlord now. If we get this to 22 workers, that means you'll have 3 each to put on the gas, and then it'll go to 16 supply once those are on the gas. 16 drones on minerals. So 3 on there, 3 on there. Actually, is it 20? Yeah, it's 22. Jesus, I thought I was wrong there. And then we're going to go ahead and just build 5 overlords, because all we're going to do now is just pump roaches after getting roach speed. So start building roaches, but make sure you've got 100 gas left for roach speed. So there we go, roach speed. And right now we would still be fighting with these roaches, and you'll see that in the example game. Make sure you're keeping up with your injects, and make sure you're adding everything to the shift group. At this point it doesn't matter too much about spreading overlords, but it's still good to have the habit. Like, by this time you've already got overlords in good position, so you don't need to worry about them too much. Oops, I forgot to spread creep because I'm talking too much. Yeah, spreading that creep. And we're not going to worry about this battle, we just want to keep up our mechanics. Make sure we've got overlords so we don't get supply blocked. Make sure we're spreading that creep. And, you know, last priority is always the battle, so injects, spread creep. In fact, a good trigger, I guess you could call it, to spread creep is after you do your injects, go ahead and spread creep, because it times out pretty well with spreading creep if you do it like that. Oh, it's not going to reach. But yeah, that times out pretty well. So, and then what we're going to do is, I shouldn't be moving across the map yet. As soon as roach speed is finished, we're going to go ahead and just go and kill him. As soon as roach speed is finished. So, injects again. Couple more overlords. I'll spread them, but again, you don't really need to at this point in the game. It's a bit late for spreading. You've already got overlords in good positions. And make sure we're spreading that creep. Roach speed just finished, so we're going to go ahead and kill him. And that's the end of the build. You should win against every single gold player with this build. It's a really good build, in fact. It's like, even with this build, like, you could take this to Grandmaster level against Terran. Against Protoss and Zerg it won't really work too well, but at this level it will, and it's really good for practicing mechanics because you're going to be pressuring, and at the same time you'll be like, oh, I need to inject whilst you're doing this pressure, and you know, I need spread creep. So that's it, and yeah, let's go to the example game. Yeah, Gold League, and this will take you straight up to Platinum League, and then after that you can start worrying about strategy and things like that. Your mechanics should be really nice and good to go, should be really solid. Yes! In Gold League, just trying to, you know, get a really nice build for you guys that won't require reacting or scouting, but oops, I'm spamming too much, so I'm just trying to, I was coming in my normal mode there, but I'm trying to not to spam, just for your guys' viewing pleasure.